Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the junior varsity game, St. Clair versus Hampton in Pine Richland tournament. We're 5 minutes into the first half, 1-0 on a goal. Sean Pulaski to Kevin Lynch. Camera technical difficulty. We don't have that goal, sorry. We'll pick up play. Hampton taking out their own end in blue uniforms, St. Clair in their black. Shane Howe into Eric Seach in the middle. Drops back to John Walsh, tries to feather it through, and the Hampton defense brings it back out. Ball skips on the wet turf past Jesse Poljack out of bounds. It'll be St. Clair throwing. Matthew Haas heads it down. Sean Pulaski on the outside wing gathers it. John Walsh carries up. Drops it out to Pulaski as he overlaps. Nicely done going in on net. Centers it. And Kevin Lynch again, opportunistic. Ball came across. Sean Pulaski to Kevin Lynch again. 2-0. St. Clair over Hampton. We've had rain overnight. Turf's wet, but Panthers are hot. Hampton starts the ball at center field.
Goal by number 29, Kevin Lynch.
Kevin Lynch gets his second of the game 7 minutes into the first half. So even though he missed the first goal, we got an instant replay on that one. Matthew Haas races down the side. Chips into Eric Seach. Eric Seach, John Walsh. Shane Howe tries to hook it. Nice shot over the goalpost. Tried to ride the plane of the goal, bringing it down. And the keeper will take it from his 6. Ball drops out. Hampton brings it from their defense. And Garrett Gentner on the spot. Sends it all the way across to open Jesse Poljack. Defense taps it up. Sean Pulaski looking to the corner. Eric Seach slides. Ball goes into the corner. And it's going to be a deep throw in for Hampton coming out of their own end. Deep throw in. Turnover goes to St. Clair. Sean Pulaski is going to look to the box. Shane Howe. Ball inside. Jesse Poljack traps. Sends it outside to Stephen Mackey. Mackey works hard. 2 tackles. Takes the ball. Shane Howe inside. John Walsh tries to step around defender. Ball taken away. Pulaski again crosses it. Seach is there this time. And Seach top 90s it for 3-0. First 10 minutes into the game, Sean Pulaski has a hat trick of assists.
St. Clair goal by number 23, Eric Seach.
3 assists for Pulaski, 3 goals for St. Clair, 2 of them coming off of Lynch's foot, and the last coming off of Eric Seach. Hampton JV squad looks shell-shocked here. They haven't gotten out of their own zone. Drops back their defense. Heil off his body. And referee's trying to decide which way to go. Panthers pick up the ball. And Adam Witzberg on the defense sends it back in. We'll set up the starting lineup here too. In the back, Jesse Poljack. In the middle, Steve Mackey. On the outside, Adam Witzberger. Another goal, another quick goal, sorry. Before we get set the defense, we'll pick up that goal. 4-0. St. Clair. They're putting them too quick into the net. I can't even get the lineup straight. Okay.
Off the St. Clair goal by number 2, John Walsh.
John Walsh was in on that goal. Okay, we'll go from up front on the attack now. Right now it's David McCurry with Eric Seach. In the midfield, we got Garrett Gentner, Shane Howe, John Walsh, and we've got Mark Mackey on the outside. Matthew Haas, center, mid, and in the back. And we've got Mike Worthy instead of Stephen Mackey. Adam Witzberger on the left wing and Jesse Poljak on the right wing. Hampton, first time into the zone, sends it out of bounds at the 40, and Mark Mackey will take the throw. Eric Seach drops down. John Walsh comes across the middle, carries the ball, gets it taken away. All the way back to the defense. Mike Worthy in the center. Nice play. Outside Adam Witzberger. Looks inside. Shane Walsh. Matthew Hastas field. Goes to the corner. Mackey made a nice call for the ball outside. Inside to Eric Seach. Drops back. Matthew Haas intercepts. Sends Seach to the corner. Takes the shot. Goalkeeper makes this save. First punt from the keeper. Adam Witzberger measures it, drops it in. Shane Howe, Matthew Haas, drops it back to Jesse Poljak. Hampton tries to look for a runner. Ball goes out of bounds, and St. Clair will pick it up on their own 30. St. Clair, nice spread. Maintaining their form and controlling the play. Hampton first attack goes out of bounds again. And in the back, Jesse Poljak will take a long throw. John Walsh puts it down to Mackey. Mackey out of bounds. Substitutes for Hampton coming in. And I think everything's settled down. Ball, direct kick goes inside. Matthew Haas clears out. Looked like a handball, got away with it. Drops down. Walsh looks. David McCurry outside the Seach. Eric Seach had a man on the run. Ball goes out of bounds off the defense. Throw in by Mark Mackey, drops into the box. Ball settled. Adam Witzberger chases up. Gentner gathers it in. Looking across for Mackey, doesn't get there. And makes a nice intercept on that pass, Garrett Gentner. Walsh steps up. Active. Seach looks to the goal, blocked. Dave McCurry looks to the goal, takes out the defender. And Walsh tries to head it over, sends Seach to the corner again. This crossing play's worked 3 times already. Matthew Haas looks for the corner. Nice quick release. Goalkeeper was on his mark and sends it out to midfield. Off the keeper, out of bounds, St. Clair throw in. We got some wholesale changes coming in right now for St. Clair. And we got Devin Ellis coming in at forward. Bobby Reynolds coming in at mid. Jay Horton coming in at mid. And Jordan Kuntz on defense. Ball thrown in to David McCurry. Sends it across, Jay Horton. Drops it back to Kuntz. Kuntz looking to inside. Nice quick touch. Mackey goes inside. Shane Howe. And Brian Tomacek called for offside. He was another sub on that. So the way we line up right now is McCurry and Ellis up front. In the midfield, we've got Tomacek, Mackey, Horton, Heil, and Reynolds. And across the back, Witzberger, Worthy, and Kuntz. Reynolds throws in. Hampton intercepts. And Horton comes across to gather it. Drops it back to Horton again. Inside, looking to Mackey. Had him turned around. Mike Worthy in a chase. Sends it out to Jordan Kuntz. Little tap forward. Mark Mackey. Nice play on the ball. Got run off. And coming across is Dave McCurry. Chip over the top. Jordan Kuntz coming from his defensive position. Goes all the way into the corner. Feathers it in. Keeper gathers it. Halfway through the first half, the JV game, Upper St. Clair Panthers 4 and Hampton 0. Forgotten soul back here is Robert McCurry in the goal. We didn't announce him as a starter. He's been back there, hasn't touched the ball yet. Keeper for Hampton puts the ball at the 6, goes short. Defender gathers it, Tomacek and chase. Ball out of bounds off of Mark Mackey. Throw over the top. Jay Horton heads it out, and Hampton will get another chance. Hampton tries to send a runner into the left corner where the shields. Lets it go all the way out. And it'll be a goal kick. First time Robert McCurry gets a chance to touch the ball. McCurry will take the kick. Sends it to the 40. Helped out by Mark Mackey. Dave McCurry going 1-on-2. Shane Howe sends it inside. Horton with a man on. Hampton intercepts the pass, and Adam Witzberger steps in nicely from defensive position. Devin Ellis feeds over. Tomacek started to run. He's there. Hampton checks back with the ball, trying to cross midfield. And out of bounds off of Kuntz. Hampton drops the ball in with 12 minutes left in the first half. Changes field. Bobby Reynolds steps up nicely. Still battling through. Hard touch goes out of bounds off the end line. It'll be a goal kick. Keeper sets it up in the corner, goes short again, making his defenders carry it out. Sends it up. Shane Howe intercepts. Tomacek makes a touch. Kuntz tries to use the body, got around him, and Mike Worthy helps in the back. Ball goes out of bounds. Hampton throw. Hampton will throw in again from the 20-yard line on the offensive side. Kuntz sends it out. Nice flurry early with about the first 7 minutes, seeing 4 goals go in. Now we've settled down. 4 consecutive throw-ins. Drops it into the box. Hampton there. Chips it across. Robert McCurry intercepts the cross. And throws out. Tried to get Shane Howe. Had him turned around a little bit. And Hampton does a restart. Good pressure by the black jerseyed Panthers. Shane Howe comes across the field. And Hampton's intercept. Worthy back to cover his own end. Long shield of about 20 yards that he's going to try to carry it out. Turns. Makes the play up the field. Mark Mackey stepped in to help. Jay Horton cleans up the back end. And we got Mike Worthy working his way out of there. Adam Witzberger makes a nice save on the sidelines. And off of Bobby Reynolds. Hampton makes a 4-man change. And there's 9 minutes left in the first half. St. Clair Panthers 4. Hampton 0. And now Stephen Mackey is in the game. He came in for Shane Howe, playing a mid position. Adam Witzberger makes the touch. Bobby Reynolds out of bounds. And Hampton will take the throw. Drops in short. Reynolds dogging him. Clears into the box. It's dribbling. And Hampton got to the ball. Shot was wide to the right as Robert McCurry came off his line. Robert McCurry takes his own goal kick. Sends it to the 45. Headed back by Hampton. Dropped in. And Adam Witzberger to clean up the back. Bobby Reynolds takes the touch. Sends into Jay Horton. Off for Reynolds. Witzberger heads it forward. Hampton gathers it in. Adam Witzberger working well. Steve Mackey sends Brian Tomachek on the run on the right wing. 2 men with him. Tomachek makes the cross. And on the back door, Devin Ellis makes the play off the Hampton defender for a corner. Reynolds will take the corner. Taking left-footed in. Way high on the box, but Jay Horton's there to gather for a shot off the defender. Jordan Kuntz tries to feather it in. Mike Worthy on the chase. Nicely handled. Bobby Reynolds comes up the sideline, has room, looks inside. Mark Mackey comes across. Drops it over the top. It'll roll to the top of the box, and Robert McCurry gathers it in. Reynolds traps. Drops the ball back, and Mike Worthy goes through 3 Hampton players. Ball feathered in again, trying to look for a long ball and a runner. McCurry grabs at the top of his box. Line drive, helped out by David McCurry. And the ball goes out of bounds. Kuntz will grab it for a throw-in. Jordan Kuntz over the top. Brian Tomachek heads it. Mark Mackey sends, and Hampton sends it out of bounds in a defensive play. Tomachek will take the throw. Sends over the top. Horton inside. Tries to drop the back to Adam Witzberger. Intercepted. Adam recovers. Left-footed, plays it off the Hampton player. And it's a drop inside. Ball goes out of bounds off a Hampton pass, and St. Clair will take the throw. 5 minutes left in the first half. This Pine Richland tournament, JVs are playing. 4-0, St. Clair leading. Long ball feed over the top. Curry stays there. Kuntz does a clear. Drops outside, Tomacek kept it in. Stephen Mackey plays it off him. Hampton drops it in. Chips over the top, sends a man to the corner. Kuntz sends it out of bounds off the sidelines for a throw. And Hampton takes a quick start. Feeds up for a play, looks inside. And Mike Worthy's there to clear it out. Steve Mackey, a lot of field on the right side. Still carries. Mackey takes it to the corner, crosses it out of bounds off the end line. Stephen Mackey had Devin Ellis. He was offside. He had to come back. And Reynolds was coming down the other wing. Tried the cross on a wet field, lost his footing, and went out of bounds. Ball drops in. Jay Horton touches it center field. Tries to go outside to Kuntz. Too far, out of bounds. And Hampton will take the throw. Brian Tomacek called on a push. Hampton will take it the other way. Goes short. Drops inside. Bobby Reynolds. Jay Horton outside. Mark Mackey's going to get there. Looks inside, and Devin Ellis almost curled around the defender to get that. Keeper scampers out, sends it to midfield. Horton chests it down. And looks to send Tomacek to the corner, way long. Hampton will take their throw in from the 10-yard line on their defensive side of the field. Looks sidelines, 2 touches, and Horton sends it back to Kuntz. Kuntz across. Mike Worthy inside. Adam Witzberger looks forward. Dave McCurry has the ball. Off the Hampton defender. Ends up right on Brian Tomacek's foot. Takes a shot. Keeper stands tall. Makes his foot save. Okay, we've got Hampton substituting. Okay, it's a black throw. St. Clair throw. Hampton can't sub. And Kuntz comes across. Hampton has a runner. Went inside. Man on the outside had a chance. Robert McCurry gathers it. Drop kicks to the 35 on the offensive side. Sends his brother David. Little touch past the keeper. Deflection in the goal. An assist to the goalkeeper. McCurry, Robert McCurry, sends it to the 35-yard line. Dave McCurry takes the shot, ricochets it off the keeper and into the net. Little dribbler that everybody was watching go in from about 18 yards out. That makes the score
1 minute to play.
5-0. 5-0 St. Clair with less than a minute in the first half over Hampton. Mike Worthy settles it down. We're inside of 30 seconds left in the half. Bobby Reynolds bumped off the ball. Mark Mack
Upper St.
comes
Clair
in to
goal,
help.
Number 24, David McCurry.
Ball goes over the top. Keeper gathers it in. And we're working on a countdown.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7,
Kuntz takes the throw over the
5,
top.
4, 3,
Looks for
2,
David McCurry.
1.
Takes the last second shot. Goes wide left. At the end of the first half, JV game, Upper St. Clair 5 and Hampton 0. Goals 2 by Lynch, 1 by Eric Seach, Jonathan Walsh, and David McCurry. Okay, we started the second half of the game here, and St. Clair leading 5-0 in the JV game against Hampton. Ball goes out of bounds. Let's set the lineup for the second half. We got Mike Ortenzo in goal, relieving Robert McCurry. In the back, we got Mike Worthy in the center, Stephen Mackey on the left side, and Jesse Poljak back in the game on the right. At the midfield, Matthew Haas comes back in, Shane Heil, John Walsh, and Sean Pulaski, who's had 2 assists already. Up front, we have Kevin Lynch and Eric Seach. Goalkeeper scampers out. And on the far side, Garrett Gentner is in the midfield position too. Matthew Haas heads it out. Stephen Mackey inside. Walsh surveys the field, drops back to Poljak. Ball goes out of bounds. Jesse Poljak throws in, looks inside. Shane Howe comes across, bumped around, and it'll be St. Clair kick from their own 45. Inside the first 10 minutes, it was a 4-0 lead by St. Clair. Tacked one on in the last minute. Goalkeeper 2, forward, long release, making it 5-0. Over the top, Worthy. Keeper comes out. Eric Seach challenges and sends it back to midfield. Stephen Mackey challenges. Worthy drops it back to Ortenzo and sends it back to the midfield. Gentner traps outside. Sean Pulaski tries to step around the defender, and Walsh helps it out. Out of bounds off St. Clair. Deep throw in, gains about 10 yards on the throw here. Hampton referee was standing right there and let him do it. Pulaski crosses inside, and Heil gathers. Called that off of Shane Heil, and Hampton drops the ball in. Matthew Haas aggressively goes up. Again, and is getting called on the foul. Pretty well chastised by the outside referee. Matthew Haas being active. Referee didn't like it. And it'll be a free kick at midfield, dropped in by Hampton. And across in play. Jesse Poljak heads it out. Matthew Haas brings it down. Steps up to try and make a play. Little chip shot. And Ortenzo gathers it in. Mike Ortenzo comes to the top of the box. And a left-footed punt. Lynch drags it down. Hampton sends it the other way. So far this year, JV are undefeated, unscored on. They have 2 0-0 ties, and they're playing well. Pulaski tries to drop it in. Seach on the chase of the keeper, who has to play with his feet. Sends it over the top. Hampton brings it back in. Stephen Mackey tracks the ball. Sends it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Ortenza with his feet. Sends it up forward. John Walsh open. Outside to Pulaski. Good ball control. Looks for give and go. Walsh stood up by a defender. Ball out of bounds. And it'll be St. Clair throw in. Poljak, quick start. Over top to Eric Seach. And had Lynch overlapping him. Ball goes outside. Hampton in chase. Wet field. Ball stands slow. Goes to the end line. Cross inside. Stephen Mackey sends it out. It'll be a corner. I think this is Hampton's first corner. And we're 5 minutes into the second half. 5-0 St. Clair JVs over Hampton Junior Varsity. Ball crosses in front of the goal. Off of Stephen Mackey's head. Looks like it's going to be a throw for Hampton coming across. Drops it way back to the defender about the 20-yard line, and he serves it in. Mackey active in the middle. Ball goes down. Ortenzo has to come over, and the ball was going far wide right. Ortenzo left-footed again. Midfield hits turf. Lynch and chase. Headed forward by Walsh. Ball settles down. Matthew has nice touch. Hampton takes. Jesse Poljak on the outside sends it forward. Hampton looking for a transition. A little slow in starting. Drags it inside. Offside on the call, coming from an offside position. Mike Worthy does a quick start while everybody's strolling around. Pressure by Haas gives Walsh the forward kick. Pulaski gathers it in. Looking for that cross again. Nice chip across. Garrett Gantner with a header. And Eric Seach with an open net. So it goes from Pulaski to Gantner. Heads it back in the center to Seach. That's goal number 6 for the game. Comes roughly about...
Goal by number 23, Eric Seach.
We're just crossing 7 minutes into the second half. Seach's second goal of the game. Hampton tries to drop the ball back. Seach was in chase. Ball chips over. Steve Mackey active in the back. Ball goes out of bounds on the outside, and Hampton will take the throw in the offensive zone. Hampton serves it up. Looks for 29 inside off his heel. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick. Ortenzo's first chance for a goal kick. Michael Ortenzo sets it down on the 6. And ends up with the 40. Ball headed up by Shane Howe. Stays with it. And Stephen Mackey, real active in the back, sends it up, looks for Lynch off his foot. Haas to Walsh. Tries to go back. Matthew Haas steps in and sends it to Jesse Poljak. Poljak looks up, tried to look for Seach. Ball comes back to him. Jesse surveys the field, drops inside to Matthew Haas, outside to Pulaski, looked inside to Walsh. Lynch takes it and Seach is open. 6 guys so far in about 15 yards touched that ball. Seach looking for a cross. In front of the keeper. Gantner tried to shoulder it. That was a good play again, trying to get anything on the ball. Really should have been diving header, but we'll take the shoulder if it hits it. So we're 10 minutes into the second half. St. Clair Junior Varsity 6, Hampton JV 0. Plenty of offense out of the JVs today. Shane Howe and Mike Ward, the old gathered in at the top of the box. Looks forward, sends it outside. Pulaski's open. Defensive play by Hampton, sends it inside. Jesse Poljak foots it down. Walsh looks up. Lynch and Chase overruns the ball. Hampton sends back inside. They're going to serve this one up. We'll see. Chips across. Matthew Haas heads it up. And a bicycle kick attempt wide left. First situation right in the middle of the field where he did an overhead kick. Ortenzo sends it out. Pulaski helps at the 30. Seach does a touch. Little soft. Lynch is on the run. Slide tackle going out of bounds off of Hampton. Deep in their zone. Oh, man, the referee went the other way. Situation there was if Hampton didn't touch that on a slide tackle, then there was a foul. But Matthew Haas gathers it in. Had Shane Howe turned around the wrong way again. Ball comes back to him. Looks open, sends outside to Seach. Seach has two guys on a cross. Gantner again outside, a little bit too far. Out of the 6 goals, I think 5 of them were 18 going in, so that if one guy misses it, another guy's there to grab it. Ball goes out of bounds off of St. Clair. Hampton will take second throw, drops inside. Trap, Matthew Haas uses his back to stop the play. Jesse Poljak makes the stop. Inadvertent hand by John Walsh coming back. And we've got some subs standing on the sideline waiting for a St. Clair chance for substitution. Hampton settles the ball down. John Walsh comes across, drops inside. Matthew Haas makes a turn outside the Garrett. Gantner had space. And it's Hampton's throw-in. Out of bounds, Hampton throw again at midfield. Goes long over the top. Matthew Haas defensively sends it out of bounds at midfield. Hampton still throwing it in. Gantner makes the intercept. Looks across. John Walsh. Walsh looks forward, feathers it through to Seach. Seach has an open lane. Makes a touch. Defensive play. Man checking back. Hampton drops it inside. Haas touches forward to Pulaski. Pulaski looks for a chip. Goalkeeper comes out. And Seach was in his face. Punts across midfield. And Hampton tries to send a runner to the corner. Too far. Finally a St. Clair substitution. And we have Jay Horton, Mark Mackey, Dave McCurry, and entering the game. Oh, 22 is Robert McCurry. Changed jerseys. Everybody was trying to figure out who that fourth substitution was. Robert McCurry's had an assist in the game from goal. Now he's in a forward position. He's already had a goal also this year from the forward position. Matthew Haas steps in, makes a stuff, nicely comes out of traffic. Tries to drop in. Ball goes out of bounds off of Hampton. Jesse Poljack will take the throw from his own side. Inside to Matthew Haas. Touch over the top. Going to carry. Steps inside. Has runners. Taken out on the foul. Nice run. Opened up the field. Had some runners up forward. And then got taken out from the side. This is going to be Mike Worthy taking a direct kick. Drops his hand, line the 18. Ball's going over the top. Matthew Haas is there. Dave McCurry went right up in front of him and tried to head the ball, went out of bounds. Goalkeeper's going to take his kick from the 6-yard line. And we're halfway through the second half. 6-0, St. Clair leading Hampton. John Walsh measures it with a chest down. Matthew Haas gathers it in. Outside, Mark Mackey plays it off the defender. Drops way back. Jesse Poljack in chase, letting it go back. Hortenzo's going to try to drag it in. No. Plays it off the defender, off of Jesse Poljack. Out of bounds. Hampton long throw. A little bit of indecision on both players. And then Hortenzo played it off the defender, and Jesse was just in the wrong place. Drops inside. Service, Stephen Mackey, hard off the box. Nice play, header. Drops outside. Garrett Gentner gathers it in. Chested way back by David McCurry. Ball's going to go across the end line for a goal kick. And what are we going to do here? Hortenzo's going to take his own kick. 13 minutes left in the first half, or second half. 6-0, St. Clair. Hortenzo, helped by Matthew Haas. Dave McCurry gathers it in. Ran into traffic. Jesse Poljack on a touch. John Walsh looks to Mackey, plays it off the defender. We'll take a throw. Wholesale changes on the far side by St. Clair. And coming in, Adam Witzberger and Brian Tomachek in the back. They'll work with Mike Worthy. And in the Jordan Kuntz steps in, going to a midfield position. Devin Ellis, Jay Horton, Bobby Reynolds on the far side.
Get out your 50-50 raffle tickets, please.
So the McCurry connection is the forwards on this too. So we've kind of set the substitutions and where these guys are playing at for this last 12 minutes of the second half.
Winning number 216613. 216613. Please go to the concession stand if you have a ticket.
No winners up here, but winners on the field. St. Clair up 6-0. Ball dropped in. Mackey looked to see Horton running. Ball sitting in the middle. Hampton gathers it in. Adam Witzberger steps up and stays in the forward position there. Robert McCurry. Ball cleared way back. Skips on the wet turf. Hampton in chase. Brian Tomachek comes all the way across from the right defensive position. Makes a play on the left. Nicely done. Ball kept in bounds. That was a long run by Tomachek. Nice speed, came across, took the angle, took the ball off of Hampton as they were walking in. Ball over the top. McCurry coming up. Goalkeeper makes a touch high off the top of the box. And out of bounds. Hampton will take the throw at the 30. Drops inside. Devin Ellis in chase. Little touch around Mike Worthy. This 35 has some speed. Tomacek does some help. And out of bounds off Tomacek. Good team defense. They're covering each other. Ball thrown over the top. Mike Worthy heads it up. Jay Horton makes the touch. Run off the ball. 27 tried to feed it in and went way across the end line. 10 minutes left in the second half. 6-0 St. Clair Panthers. Mike Hortenzo takes the kick, drops in short. Tomacek gathers it in, on the run. Mark Mackey wasn't expecting that one and goes out of bounds. Tomacek feeds it up. Mackey sends it inside. Ball drops over. Worthy in chase. Looks outside. And Bobby Reynolds makes the touch. Left-footed, sends it up to David McCurry. David McCurry takes the bump. Ball out of bounds. And Hampton will take the throw. No, referee's changing the call. Hampton sends up forward, tried a little touch outside. Adam Witzberger sends it back to Hortenzo. Hortenzo played out his left foot up the middle. Devin Ellis gathers it in. Mark Mackey harassing the guys. A little bit of one-touch ping pong here going back between Hampton and the Panthers. Goes out of bounds off of Adam Witzberger. It'll be a deep throw for Hampton. Hampton tries to serve it up, blocked. Jordan Kuntz sandwiched. And ball's hanging loose up at the hash marks. Mike Worthy runs out of the pack with the ball. Going across midfield, everybody tracking back. Tried a nice through ball. Robert McCurry on the run. Kuntz sends it over his head. Little back flick of the heel by Devin Ellis. And Mike Worthy settles it down. Body on body. And Hampton called for the foul. Hampton out of bounds. St. Clair will take the throw. Mike Worthy steps up. 7 minutes left, second half. 6-0 Panthers. Out of bounds again on the throw. Jordan Kuntz will try probably to look long into the box. Looking for that cutter. McCurry was standing there. Chests it down, tries to play back to the goal. Doesn't have the ball under control. He makes the turn, and the ball comes back to Mike Worthy. Blocked on the shot. Hampton chips it in. Tomacek on the run. Hustles the ball back to Hortenzo, and Hortenzo clears it up forward. Ball coming back in. Hortenzo at the top of the box. Quick change of field there. And Hortenzo slid across the top of the box and gathered at about the 18, making a save high. Worthy looks to McCurry. Dave McCurry on the run. A little bit too far. Keeper gathers it in. Ball goes out of bounds off of Hampton as they try to get it out of bounds. Bobby Reynolds will take this throw. Drops into Jordan Kuntz. Chests it down. Okay, we got 3-on-3 coming back. Adam Witzberger stops it, sends it out of bounds. Hampton drops it quickly back in. Our defense is still chasing back. The mids didn't get back. Going over the top. A lot of blue shirts were behind the defense as they trapped up. and Ortenzo gathers it in. Left-footed punt about the 45. Hampton foots it down. Ball goes past Bobby Reynolds, and it'll be a Hampton throw. 5 minutes left, second half. 6-0. St. Clair over Hampton. 2 goals by Lynch, 2 goals by Seach, 1 by Walsh, and 1 by David McCurry. Ball drops back. Tomacek looks forward. Hard pass off of Devin Ellis. He gathers it in. David McCurry comes up with the ball, looks outside. Mark Mackey all by himself. Takes a step in, off the inside of the goaltender's leg. It was nice. Mark Mackey tried to make the goaltender commit to either go left or right so he could go short side. Didn't give him much far post. Played it off the inside of his leg. Good effort, nice shot, good open lane. Keeper sends it out, Mackey sends it back. Witzberger chests it down from the defensive position, walks it up, Devin Ellis on the midfield. Dave McCurry tries a back heel, Ellis, deflection, almost makes it out there for Bobby Reynolds to have a chance, out of bounds off of Hampton. 4 minutes left in the second half. St. Clair will come back for a second game. Keeper gathers it in. And the winner of the second game will play our Panthers. Hampton sends it up. Ball drops in. We've got ball sitting high on the box. We got to clear that. Jay Horton steps over. Leaves for Hampton. Hampton doesn't make the turn. Tomacek denies. Nice step. Mackey's there. Ball trickles in. Ortenza goes down, makes the save. A lot of anxious moments there in about 30 seconds when the ball was just kind of sitting at the top of the box. Hampton couldn't get a foot on the ball, which was good. Ball stays in bounds. Hampton sends it forward. Witzberger drops. And ball goes out of bounds. St. Clair throw in deep in their defensive zone. Adam Witzberger looks down the line. Heads it forward. Lots of help. McCurry gathers it in. Drags back. Tries to look for a turn, does. Goes outside. Tiptoes through 3 defenders. And Devin Ellis drops it back to Tomacek with room. Inside to Jay Horton. Turns towards traffic. Tomacek comes across hard, moves into the attack. David McCurry, crossover, outside to Mark Mackey. Mark Mackey, outside foot, tried to send Robert McCurry in on the keeper. Quick start, comes over the top. Mike Worthy heads it up and goes on chase. And it's going Hampton's way. Trying to keep his balance after his check from behind. Worthy put his foot on the ball. Harmless shot goes in on Ortenzo. And Worthy's going to get a card. He was looking for a foul whenever he was going in there shielding. And again, the thing about what Worthy tried to do, he shielded for a long period of time earlier in the game and did the same thing here for yardage. It's like he was bumped off balance, ball went off his foot out, and he did a little bit of chatter back to the referee about the push versus the ball going out.
1 minute to play in the period.
Got a yellow card with 1 minute left. Mike Worthy's on the bench, subbed in by Stephen Mackey. Headed forward by Dave McCurry. Oh, He slipped through. Ellis split the defense, and Robert McCurry gets a left foot on it. Devin Ellis made a nice split on the defense at about the 20-yard line going in. Tried to make the shot. It bounced off the goalkeeper's hands. Robert McCurry opportunistically sitting right in front with about 30 seconds left to go.
Rob McCurry.
That makes it a lucky 7 on the scoreboard. 7 for St. Clair. Hampton Rams 0, and we're going to a 10-second countdown.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That'll end this game. Upper St. Clair JV 7, the Hampton 0. Goals, running down the goals, Lynch from Pulaski, instant replay, Seach from Pulaski. So the first 3 goals Sean Pulaski had assists on. Jonathan Walsh. David McCurry gets a goal from his brother Robert McCurry's assist, goal to forward. Eric Seach from Pulaski for his 4th assist of the game. And the finale was Devin Ellis splitting the defense going in, and Robert McCurry making the finishing play. So our JV stay undefeated, 2 ties to their record, and they'll come back for a second game here for the championship in the Pine Richland tournament. Thanks to Mark Poljak on camera, and our spotters, Ann Hast and Sue Poljak.